Hello, Namaste. This is 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗏𝗖𝗏 here once again, and welcome back to my channel 𝗕𝗏𝗚𝗏𝗏 Stock Analyst. Today's video is about BRICS currency. So last week I was suddenly reading all the news regarding BRICS currency that everything is in the process of coming out, introducing some kind of a common currency which over a period of time, because nothing is going to happen overnight, but over few years time, we can be an alternative for the international trade and payment system, alternative to US dollar and euro and this kind of, so another a very powerful currency. But this video is about why suddenly India, one of the main members of BRICS, BRICS, so India, had suddenly shied away from being part of that, or there are some murmurs of kind of opposition saying that India is not interested, we are still not in the finalized process, we are discussing about this. It was a sudden about turn. So I would try to give my opinion and views and analysis about what is the reason behind that. So first of all, let me talk about what is BRICS currency. So BRICS currency is going to be a common currency where BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. So it is an association of this forum of these 5 countries, and some kind of a common currency which can be an alternative to US dollar in long term future. So this currency is supposed to be based on gold, means it is to be backed by gold. If you look at the current US dollar, when the Bretton Woods system started in 1900, the idea was that currency of US dollar was backed by gold. So whatever the gold reserve, if US country as a US government had in their Fed, so suppose they had some X amount of gold reserve, so they can print that much only currency which is backed by the X amount of gold. So it is called backed by some real physical valuable asset, which is gold, because it is accepted all over the world. Everybody accepts gold. So BRICS is also, but over a period of time, as you have seen that USA has lost that. There is whatever if the number of money or the value of currency in circulation in the world, say around 2 or $3 trillion around the world or total, it is not, US doesn't have that much amount of equivalent amount of gold. So that is not backed by gold. It is just backed because US is able to print, because of the faith or acceptance of US dollar as the international currency, and everybody accepts that. So blindly people believe that yes, they believe in US dollars or USA government's ability to finance, fulfill. That is the reason it is accepted. But behind that, it is not backed by any physical currency, any physical asset. So this is going to be the first currency in the modern times, 21st century, where it will be backed by the gold. So whatever the gold price will be, as per that, the fluctuation of the currency's value will be that. And the proportionate, which I have come out with one of my Telegram channels, had written a post, or you can check into my website, steelanalyst.com. In that article is there that how we can replace this rupee-ruble transaction is not happening, but how one common currency can be used for settling all the trade between these countries, in the major countries in the world, where this BRICS currency will be proportionately backed by the gold, as well as that the value of all the 5 currency of, say, Brazilian lira or the Russian ruble, Chinese yuan, South African rand and Indian rupee will have proportionate representation in that currency as per their GDP. Okay, so what is the total GDP, and then proportionately how much percentage of that GDP belongs to, means India belongs to, Russia belongs to, like that way. So total is say $10 trillion out of the, suppose total is $21 trillion GDP value of all these 5 countries together. So according to that, proportionately, if India has something like $3.5 trillion of GDP. So that much percentage, so around 15% of that currency will be represented by the India's rupee value. Like that way. That is the basic fundamental idea about this, and it is to be backed by the total gold holding by these 5 countries. So this is real value has this. It's not just printing of paper. But why India is suddenly, so there are some theories floating around in this. Everybody is saying that after Modi visited USA, so there is some kind of a, what do you call it, force or some kind of a bribe. I would not say bribe because bribe means a bad word, but some kind of a promise is given that they will share some highly hi-fi latest technology or some investment, huge, something that USA will give to India if India backs out of this BRICS currency. So that is a very theory which is going on, because suddenly India developed cold feet. Otherwise, all this time India was tom-tomming also about yes, we should be alternative to US dollar. So, but in all the cases, what is my opinion is that India or no India, this currency will come out in the August conference. You will see, and by the end of this year, in December, we will see some frame of a BRICS kind of an alternative currency, international currency being introduced. Whether India likes it or not likes it, whether India is part of that or not, it is India's loss in the long term. This is my view, okay? This is my understanding, because everybody in the world is looking for an alternative currency where they can trade, so that they don't have to depend on the US's hegemony and US's force, compulsion, whatever they force people to do and countries to do. That is the reason this currency will gain in very much value in over a period of time, whether India becomes part of it or not. And one more thing from my observation is that there is saying that whoever is a friend of USA will be harmed much more than the enemy of USA. So that is the curse of USA. So if you go too close to USA, you are going to definitely be harmed. So I am not trying to say that India should not be having alliances and cooperation with USA. But I would suggest that don't be so much close that you become a part of US's campaign and you are not considered no more a neutral country like which everybody respects, but you are considered part of the Western country or the Western system of USA, and then you will lose your friends as well as your all the happiness. This is being observed. Whoever USA touches, it is the touch of curse. It is not touch of gold. That country or that people get destroyed. So this currency will be launched irrespective of India being part of it or not by the end of this year. By next year, we will definitely see an alternative. This is what I just wanted to share my thoughts regarding why India is not a part of this currency and whether this currency will be introduced or not. And before that, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please put a like. I have also for a day-to-day or regular ideas and concepts and analysis, I have a channel, Telegram channel, 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗏 Stock Analyst. You can join that, link will be down. And also for personalized investment and the business consultancy on a chargeable basis, you can visit my website www.steelanalyst.com and contact me and we can set up. That's it from my side. Ciao from 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗏 from Moscow. Love you all.